Hey guys, it's Clifford the Crazy M80 here. Appreciate you guys, as always, following, liking, and subscribing and all that good stuff here. So for those of you who normally follow the channel, you'll know that I normally race on Wednesday nights with the Piston Cup League on NASCAR Heat 5. And I was not there last Wednesday because I had quite the adventure happen on Wednesday. Probably about half hour, 45 minutes before the green flag would have started for racing Piston Cup League at Chicagoland, NASCAR Heat 5. A very large tree on my property decided to fall over. There's the trunk of it right there. And it was about 4.5, 5 stories tall probably. And not even after or during a storm, but about a day after we had a good storm come through, my wife noticed some cracks in the base of it kind of mid-afternoon. And so I emptied out the shed, and as I'm emptying out the shed, I hear cracking and popping and all sorts of stuff. And then about 7:45, it finally gave way, and I rode off my shed at about 1:30 because I thought for sure it was just going to crush the shed. We tried to call up companies to come out right away, but nobody was able to come out right away and take care of it. So about 7:45, that tree fell over and landed perfectly on the shed and on the power lines, to the point where I think the power lines had just enough support that it didn't crush the shed. So basically, if the shed wasn't there, I think it would have taken out the power lines, and if the power lines weren't there, it would have crushed the shed. But it landed just perfect. But of course, it was resting on the power lines, and so we come out after we heard the crack and the thud, and there was probably about a 3-foot flame just shooting out of the power line and the tree. I mean, it looked like a blowtorch, like as far as the intensity of the flames that were shooting out of it. And you hear the buzzing, you hear the crackling, and all of a sudden a huge bang, and sparks went all across the power line there. And luckily, since it had just rained, I think everything was just wet and nothing caught on fire. But as soon as the sparks happened and the bang occurred, the power went out, and so did the fire. But we did call the fire department as the flames were starting to billow up. They came out in about 2.5 minutes, and then the energy company came out about an hour and a half later, so like about 8:45, 9 o'clock. And then there was a tree company that showed up at like 10:45 to look at it, and they saw just how massive this was. And here's the only damage after it's all said and done. So for those wondering just what it actually did, we took down the neighbor's fence preemptively, but the tree company came out like 10:45 at night and took a look at it. I was like, no, this is way too much to accomplish tonight, way too dangerous, which I completely understand. So they came out early the next morning. I had the opportunity to take down part of my neighbor's fence and part of my fence, so they had more room to work. And then just about 6.5 hours after they showed up, the tree is finally down, and now I have a lot of cleanup to do. So this is why there hasn't been much racing content over the past few days, because I have that pile over there. Of course, we got to put the neighbor's fence back up. I got to chop this down, and then we're also going to have to put the neighbor's fence back up. So will be some of the wood that fell over on their side of the yard, or their side of the fence will have to be picked up. But yeah, so that's why I haven't been racing much here for the past few days. But luckily, too, with the Legends car, no racing this weekend. So, but normally, follow, like, and subscribe for racing content, but that is not what today's is. But I just wanted to show you all why. So, appreciate you following along. And if you don't already like and subscribe to the channel, please hit those buttons down below so you can be updated on when we do finally get racing content coming back up. So, I cannot wait to get back online racing NASCAR Heat 5. So, and of course, racing the real Legends car at Elko Speedway. But anyway, talk to you later.